As random as this seems, Michika's crash out was just the perfect example of human nature. Her crash out of with her drama with Kachi. Now that's a little bit more random. Obviously she's taking it out on her friend Kachi. Kachi did nothing wrong. If anything, they're kind of alike in terms of they're streamers. They know how it is to be in public. Of course, Michika has way more experience. She's a little bit bigger. She's a little bit more popular. She's seen as like a B class celeb. And here in her crash out in this episode 8, I can't lie, man. But when you allow yourself to go down the line or go down the deep, dark spiral rabbit hole of just nothingness, the abyss of dread. I think this is human nature. When I was watching this, I was thinking to myself, why is Michika being so weird right now? She's crashing out, she's overdosed, she's taking pills. Well, I mean, they made it seem like she's taking pills, maybe like some depression pills or whatever the heck it is. Maybe some sleeping pills. It's just one of those things, man, that I think it's very real for everyone. It doesn't matter how normal someone seems or how cool, calm, collected they are. Everyone's gonna have their moments at least once or twice. And for a lot of us, it's almost every day. You have your moment, you feel weak, you go down this deep, dark rabbit hole, and you just lose control. For me, this was a very common thing when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? But it was more mental. It wasn't physical. It wasn't physical at all. Of course, I had anger issues during my one of my high school years. I had anger issues. And of course, I grew out of it. The anger issues is a whole different thing, though. I don't really consider that the deep dark rabbit hole concept. And so here, when I watch a Needy Girl Overdose, yeah, that's what this is. So when I was watching this, I'm like, wow. While it seemed, because this anime is just trying to be different. It's trying to be like Serial Experiment Lane, or what's the other one that I mentioned? Well, it's just trying to be yeah, this one right here. This shit. Paranoia Agent. It just has that type of vibe. Or Boogie Bop Phantom. Bro, I love Boogie Bop Phantom. I'm gonna watch that shit again. But man, the fatigue is very real in life. And this was very common. Just crashing out. For me, it was all mental though. I'd mentally just go into this dark spiral of weakness. But here in Michika, obviously, she has mental weakness and she can't control her impulses. So she goes back to her high school or whatever the fuck, and she starts destroying the windows. Like I was saying, man, this shit's actually very, very common. And I think this is something that's going to be overlooked. You're probably just going to see this as another, oh, Michika's just being, emotional, whatever the fuck. I feel like we all have this weakness, but some of us will show it in different ways. Spiritual, emotional, physical, or all three, or the combination of three, or the combination of two. But yeah, but to be fair with you guys, like, this just seems more random than what it should. Because Michika, Sakashi didn't do shit. Michika's friend. And And it was probably just a breakdown because they were gonna have a huge announcement, we're gonna have a huge stream, and she probably got nervous and shit, even though she's used to doing streams. So yeah, it did honestly feel a little bit random, but a little bit justified as well. But I think her friend with Kachi was just like, yeah, I don't think it's right that she's taking it out on Kachi. That's the one thing that I feel bad is if you're gonna go down this dark spiral rabbit hole, like just do it alone, man. Go at it alone if you can. But then of course there's like a lot of places you can call and help for if you need someone to talk to, there's always gonna be a helpline. But I try not to get family involved. But definitely like maybe you have a different like right here Michika's pushing away her friends, which is just terrible. But at least you could reach out to somebody else. Yeah, she's just breaking those fucking windows, man. And here's Michika, bro. Is she like what is this outfit? Oh yeah, it's like one of those one piece. Like she has like a one piece, and then she has a long sleeve shirt and her dress. Yeah, I was wondering like what was she wearing? It just looked different. But yeah, guys, I always try not to involve family. I either just deal with it by myself. Why is bro? My camera's just a little off. I gotta fix this. Let me see, cause Mochi's not in the picture right now. Ooh. Okay, come on, Bochi. I need more Bochi in the shot. There we go. Yeah, there we go, Bochi. We want to see all of you, damn it. Much better.